welcome. Episode, what fucking episode is this? 45-ish of Hip Hop House Society presents the Roundtable. Hip hop discussion. And I got to introduce first and foremost my studious, esteemed, beautiful co-host. First and foremost, the one and only of Rare Rareness, Star Child. What's going on with you?
Living the dream, man. Living the dream.
Living the motherfucking dream with them herbs in the background. Get you some herbs, by the way.
New plant.
Word up. Water that motherfucker. But next we got the one and only J Cloud. What's going on? Sitting in the studio, sitting in the loft. That's the motherfucking loft.
You're living it up.
All right, good to see you, brother. And one on who we got here? Milk with 2K. Ooh, one more K, you would have got in trouble. Milk the Shocker. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, that would have canceled the pod if I would have done that. It would have been the last episode y'all seen me. I'd have to went into hiding. It's all good. I'm laying low. I got off work a little early. Took me a little cat nap. So I feel good, man.
Okay, you got off the roof. Fucking fixing some shit.
Started raining. So I told the boys to pack it up. Let's go.
Yeah, I want to slide off the motherfucking roof. I feel you on that, dog. But anyway, without further ado, shall we get into the topics of today? And I feel like we're talking about Jay-Z a lot, man. Jay-Z's in the news a lot. But Jay-Z recently made news. Of course, we talked, I think, last pod about the SA assault being dropped. And we also hit it on the news. Make sure y'all check out the news. Shameless plug, Hip Hop House Society. But he got that case dropped, and now he seems to be suing the one and only infamous Busby, or is he suing the girl herself? I can't even tell. But see if I can pull this up. Oh, I got the ring of death. Let's see if it works. Red. Jay-Z is now suing his former rape accuser after she allegedly admitted to blatantly lying about the allegation. So that's all it is, just a little blurb from my mixtapes. So we kind of get what's going on. He's suing the accuser. I thought he was suing the lawyer too. I'm not sure. I'll pull up the next article. I'll look for that. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's a good move, or should he just let sleeping dogs lie now that it's kind of over with? So let me toss it to y'all. What do y'all think?
I think he's making an example out of her. Like, don't play with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any scenario where it could backfire?
No, I mean they dropped the charges against him, so it's like, and he's just not letting it go, as he shouldn't.
Yeah, if they hadn't dropped him voluntarily like that, then he's got to do that. I mean, because it's like a precedent type deal. I mean, there's been plenty of conversations of false SA accusations and how a lot of times the women that do that, when they're trying to be like diabolical and actually like ruin somebody, there's no ramifications for that kind of behavior, and there should be. So
yeah, I actually agree with you, because
it takes away from like actual victims,
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, but I mean, if I was in that situation, and then a person just came out and said, "Oh, I lied," you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not? First of all, no, you're gonna have to pay something.
It's crazy. It's not like you scratched my car with a shopping cart. You accused me of SA. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a little. Yeah.
Versus, it looks like he is suing actually Busby and Jane Doe. So both of them are listed here in the suit. It does say that she has mental health related issues, has made 3 other SA allegations, which were either dropped or dismissed by courts. A simple Google or other public record search of Doe by Busby and Fortney would have cast doubts on her credibility. Now, do we feel because she may have some mental health issues going on, maybe she should have been left out and Busby should get or does Busby take the blame? Are they both to blame? What do y'all think?
Bro, the amount of validity that takes away from Busby for being a lawyer, that didn't even pop up into your head before you started pursuing this, that she had already made 3 accusations. that turned out to be bullshit, and you're just gonna follow through. That makes you look maniacal. You know what I mean?
Man, his name is Busby, bro. There's no way somebody was born with the name Busby. He sounded like some shit that he made. Like Jamie Foxx's name is not really Jamie Foxx or something.
I went to school with the girl with the last name Busby.
Oh, for real? That must be some Montana shit. That's some mountain shit.
She black.
She black.
Yeah.
Both her parents black.
Black, like black as you, black.
Hey, I'm like caramel kind of. I'm not black, but but yeah, it seems like to me the whole story. First and foremost, when you hear like a 13-year-old is in the VMA, it's probably one of the most vetted venues ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that in itself should cast doubt, I think, in the beginning of the story. But I think it's one of those situations where, like, if you throw enough, shit at the wall, you just hope something sticks. A lot of these people just hope that people actually settle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think one of the biggest mistakes Puffy actually did was trying to settle that case, even though he probably did all that shit. But you didn't make it no better by like settling. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to court, bro. So I think this is one of the cases where it's like, oh, Puffy settled back. Jay-Z would definitely settle. He got enough money. He just wanted to make it go away. And Jay like, fuck all that. I'm from Mase. You feel?
But that seems to be a lane. That seems to be a lane for like certain attorneys too, because I don't think that Busby dude is just like is going after just like regular Joe Schmo cases. You only going after big names like that, so you can kind of count on that. Because I mean, if you're in the limelight and you got the pocketbook to do it, I understand the aspect of being like, man, I don't even want to deal with this shit. I'm just gonna cut a check. It's a drop in the bucket, and it just goes away. So I understand that.
Depending on the industry, because I know people who literally just like get jobs just to sue the company. Like there are people out there that just go job to job and just try to sue people.
Oh, bro, in the trade industry, like there's a whole conglomerate of people that just try to get the workman's comp. You know what I mean? Like they show up to construction sites trying to slip on some shit so they can collect a check. Like I'm drawing a blank. On Friday when Buddy slips in the store. And
Smokey.
Not Smokey. Denzel.
Yeah.
Look at Cam Code Friday. Go ahead, man.
Ezel.
150,000.
Let me wash your car for $5.
Smokey back there taking a shit, y'all. Dude, so should this dude be disbarred at this point? What do y'all think, man?
I don't know what it takes to be disbarred. There's got to be something. There's got to be some kind of. Maybe he screwed the pooch too much. Like maybe this is the precipice where his career gets destroyed because he just picked the wrong one. Maybe all that going after bigwigs worked for that long, and he was able to make a living and make other people some money. But maybe he stepped on the rattle.
I just had a thought, like expanding on the him sending a message, like he's making an example out of them because with the whole rise of the Diddy allegations, people fiending to find some dirt on Jay-Z, right? Praying on his downfall. So he's probably like, y'all not finna play with my name. Because I mean, remember we talked about Jaguar when she went on Piers Morgan, they was playing around. They sued that ass. Well, they threatened.
Yeah, she kind of disappeared, didn't she?
No, she's still doing
really
the same
did.
shit. People just not listening. People don't care anymore because it's like she's full of shit.
Damn, she don't go viral no more. She used to be all on the timeline.
Feeding into it. She's still doing it though.
Good job, society. Good job. Like we love to see it.
Right. Society just healed a little bit.
Yeah, I think that what's the name with her and what's the other dude who make wild allegations that they keep inviting
Orlando.
him? Yeah, I think that was the last straw when they got them two together. It was like, you know, have you ever played chess and the two kings can never be next to each other, otherwise it's like the board explodes. Like that was like that shit. It was like you can't have this much craziness, this in one place, bro. This is overload, bro.
Isn't Buddy married with kids too?
Yeah, he normal. That motherfucker go to Walmart, act normal, talk normal, then you get on podcasts and shit. Daddy touched my booty. You know what I mean? Like, bro,
Yeah, I thought he was bugged out, but then when I found out about that, like, oh, he's got like a whole life. I'm like, oh, it's a fucking grift.
Bro, anyone who gets into child acting like that, like nobody comes out of that right. You know, whether it's a type of like sociopathic person that gets into it to begin with, or like you're steered into it by your parents or like whoever's handling you.
Yeah.
I mean, name me a child actor that made it out and is halfway normal.
Yeah. But I think he definitely plays it up at this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. What do we think the outcome of the lawsuit will be? Is it because is he really gonna get any money from these two? Do we think it's just gonna be symbolic $1 million, you know, that you'll never see type of shit? Will he dismiss it? Will he just like teach a lesson and drop it later? What do y'all think will be the ultimate outcome?
That Tasha K treatment. Tasha K, she got sued by Cardi B for like $2 million. And then she was like, "Yeah, I don't got." Yeah, exactly. So,
all right.
All
right. Any last thoughts on the Jay-Z SA Tony Busby? I can't believe it's a sister out there named Busby. That's crazy. Gone. Let's move on to our next segment we got here, and upon which we're going to share the news of the week with the beautiful, lovely, informative star child. You gotta give women compliments. Shit. There you go.
Hip Hop High Society news. Let's get into this. Biggest story, shaking up the couch. First up, Party Next Door surprised fans when he previewed a diss track aimed at Tory Lanez. The OVO artist accused Tory of copying his style, rapping, "You said I sound like Young Thug. You know you sound like me." As the beef seems to heat up, recently issued an apology and cites unity amongst Toronto artists, given the great contender. Time will tell if these two artists are really able to catch things up. Speaking of beef, Freddie Gibbs is stirring up drama with J. Cole after Cole dropped his latest song, Clouds. Gibbs responded online with a not-so-subtle yawn emoji and comments about how J. Cole is always avoiding rap beef. So what do y'all think? Is Gibbs trolling or is he serious? In another feud, Jim Jones has issued a bold challenge to his Dipset brother Cameron. Jones wants a $10 million boxing match, saying, quote, "box Cam's head off." The proposal has fans wondering if this is a promotional hype or if there's actual real tension in the group. In a shocking development, Atlanta police are blaming Lil Baby for sparking a gang war that led to the tragic deaths of two 13-year-old boys last July. During a press conference, police labeled the rapper's actions cowardly for filming a music video in rival gang territory, which allegedly triggered a series of violent retaliations. And for Drake fans, there's mixed news. His Australia and New Zealand tour just had its final dates postponed due to scheduling conflicts. Drake's team promises to reschedule and even add more dates, so fans, hold on to your tickets. Lastly, we got some dope music releases coming out this week. Upcoming releases include Dollars and Cents by Ellie Dollar Sign and DJ Mr. Rogers, El Camino with 38 Special, Token of Appreciation by Boldy James and Chuck Strangers, The Final Call by Dave Easton Ransom, Wick by Nardo Wick, and so much more. What are you guys looking forward to listening to? Which one should we review next? So that wraps up this week's segment of the Hip Hop High Society News. Make sure you guys follow us. Make sure y'all subscribe so that way you can stay up to date on the culture, music reviews, fresh releases, and overall just staying updated on the culture. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.
Yo, beautiful. Love it. Great job.
I need a yeah ho for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You can't demand a yeah ho. That has to be natural, has to be organic. But I'll give you one just for that.
Yeah hoes.
I know it's hella weird to watch yourself on camera while you're on camera.
Definitely.
Just mute it out. You won't see shit. Just turn away.
Nah, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome job. It is very hard to talk to yourself. It's also very hard to memorize all those lines. So I feel you on that. Great job. Good job, J Cloud, on the edit too.
Yeah, he snapped.
Yeah. I don't like the elevator music. You need to change that. But outside of that, it was excellent. Next up, we got.
You want trap music in the background? So you want trap music in the background?
Oh, for sure. Hell yeah. Right. After short-lived back and forth with Party Next Door and a subsequent apology, Toronto Unity. Yay. Tough guys in Toronto. Tory Lanez announces his new album. I want to know if we got any chance at success with that. And let me pull up the album cover, bro. He look like Akon locked up and shit.
Just be little, dog. You know what I mean?
I'm locked up. Like they won't let me out. He got an AR on the chest. He ready.
The little one.
So
put them pea shooters away, Tory Lanez.
Yo, you can't. You can be swole at 5'3" and you still 5'3", bro. But, any chance at success? And furthermore, have we remember any like successful prison albums? So I guess I'll start with the first thing. Tory Lanez. Do we think this album release is going to see any success? Any hits going to come from this? Did y'all? Is it released yet? I'm not sure. This Dear 2025. I don't think it's out yet, but do y'all see any success coming from that?
Oh yeah, March 7th.
Tory got a fan base, and Tory raps, man. Like if it's not your cut, that's fine, but you can't deny it. Fucking dude can make music, dude can rap. So it'll do all right, you know. And then there's gonna be the people that are like interested because of the circumstances too. So
yeah, curiosity.
You know, I can't hate on. I already hated on him enough on his little calendar pick, so it should do fine. You know, he's a talented dude. He'll be all right.
Yeah. See if he got any interesting people on the track list. I don't see any Destiny. Who the hell is that? King Midas, Wolfgang P. It's just some cats he met in jail or some shit. He's doing
his weekends.
Yeah, Max B on that bitch. Nah, I know. Yeah, that was definitely how you both in prison and got a prison. Did they transfer Max B to be in the Washington?
Crazy.
What happened? That's crazy.
That's weed carriers and shit. Well, not weed carriers because he's in jail. It's the soap carriers.
Hey yo.
Lawyer fees.
Yeah, that track list is interesting.
Sailor
Lawyer
Moon.
fees. Phone sex.
Free me.
Yo. I asked the lady cop.
No, he didn't.
You violent for this.
Yo, I gotta listen to this shit. I'm gonna stream this shit.
Bro, I fucked the lady cop.
Yeah.
This man is wild.
Saturday. Yo, he wildin'.
He got a back outside, inside.
Free me. Free Tory.
Free me. Salute. I hope this shit go triple, quadruple platinum just because that's some bullshit. Yo, I gotta give him a ho for the boldness of this shit. Yeah, ho! All right. So what do we think about prison or jail releases in general, yo? Like, can y'all think of a successful one?
I mean, the one I always go to is In Motion by Mac Dre, because that's what really gave him his motion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
After he released that and got out, that's when he really started fucking cracking, you know?
I'm trying to think. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I want to say, didn't Ex Tentacion, didn't he blow up when he was in jail?
Yeah.
He had a song out when he was in jail, right? Look at Me.
The song was released before he went to jail. I think he just blew up. Like, he didn't record no shit from jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't like on the jail scene. Yeah, it wasn't like that C Murder shit. So C Murder did have a hit song, I think. What that shit he had with BG back in the day, I think went all right. Shine did all right, maybe. I don't even remember that. I know he did a jail release. I'm not sure Max P has done anything, but I can't really think of something that went like super viral, I would say, or super successful from jail. It's just I don't think people can rock with that phone flow. You feel me?
I just like just based off like the song titles. I mean, he was kind of forced to make a conceptual project. I do like that. You know, it's not like he really had a choice, but you know.
And I respect scam. Is he talking about the scam or are you talking about this Tory shit? I don't know.
I don't know.
10:40 p.m. is our head. Nah, maybe we're scamming. I don't know. We do need to grift more, according to Milk. Ross, you got pause after you say that shit. But nah, I can't think of anyone. Is there anyone you would say that's currently incarcerated that could probably pull off? Could R. Kelly pull off a jail release right now? Yeah.
Nah. he's like almost like he's done.
It's like Diddy coming out with a prison release.
Yeah, the R. Kelly's done at this point.
I mean, they could do a collaborative album. They might be in the same fucking prison. Who knows? I heard Chris Brown and fucking one of the barges was fucking jamming in prison at one point and shit. So never know the collaborations you might get up in. That might run into Ray J, get some features.
I think Lefty just got locked up.
Oh,
He did. Keep his ass in there, man. It's them perks, bro. Get off them perk 30s, bro. I've never seen him coherent. Yeah, that's all I got. Anything we got left or anything else with the Tory Lanez or anything on the jail topic we got?
Pooh Shiesty still in jail?
Hell yeah, Pooh Shiesty still in jail. That actually might do all right. He did release a jail album, actually, now that I think about it. I'm not sure it was a mixtape or a full album, but he did release something. It must have went triple copper because I haven't heard shit about it, but he did release something. And Fujiano's still locked up, ain't
he? Yeah, Shiesty had like 5 years.
Yeah.
So he'd be in till next year.
Fed time. You gotta do all that. All right. That's all I got. So I guess being we don't have a South Side, I will take the crash dummy of the week duties. All right, let's roll up.
Hey, Darren.
All right, so the crash dummy of the week. I'm giving it to, we're going on the sports realm. I'm giving it to Javante Tank Davis for his lackluster, I would say, performance that we had that I stayed up for, knowing I'm getting old. Got to stay up here and watch him get boxed up on a fucking Saturday night. He should have, people saying he shouldn't have came out with Dipset, which is why part of the reason why he lost that negative energy, as Cameron said. So he took the knee, which should have been a countdown, which he should have been 10-8. So, shout out to the homie Roach, you should have won. So in remembrance of Tank Davis's lackluster performance, I say he no longer can have the moniker of Tank Davis. Well, we got a few suggestions, maybe Honda Civic Davis, Nissan Altima Davis, Toyota Camry Davis, or maybe Geo Tracker Davis. But you can't be a Tank, bro, giving a performance like that. So Javante Tank Davis, you get the crash dummy of the week. You need to learn how to win a boxing match, homeboy. But that's all I got. You feel me? Next up, we got Jim Jones, Cameron, Mase, everybody. I heard 50 chimed in too. He can't help himself. So let me pull up the video here. After Jim Jones. So Jim Jones basically said that he screwed him over on the verses, which if you watch that verses, it's kind of a washing. All right. Let's check out the video.
talk about the back door that's going on for the verses. Everybody keep keying, but I wanted the bag.
Everybody got to get at least 6 digits. That's an artist, minimum.
We got the bag, but boy still went back door. Like, yo, for me to do the verses, you got to give me part of this business. That had nothing to do with us.
Got everybody their money. I started polying my own shit. Like, I want the door money. I want stocks and Triller. I want beats from Timberland and Swiss for free. I want percentage of the views that's going to go on. And I got all that shit too.
You say that's me being a businessman. No, that's you being a sucker doing backdoor shit. I ain't no backdoor ass nigga. You heard? I stand on 10 toes and I break bread with my period. That's always who I've been. All my we get money together. Not one of them type of dudes, bro. Talk about the back.
So there you go. That's part of the continued beef on which he said Cameron basically made backdoor deals on the Versus joint. Which we seen like the locks basically that was bad. In response, Cameron basically said that Jim said he'd do it for free 99. He'd do it off the strength of it. You know what I'm saying? So you have that right there. Do we think? Let me ask y'all that first. Like, do y'all think that's true? And what is it with people saving screenshots? It makes you don't even want to text a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
You think you got backdoored? That's just a reaction of how terrible that actual versus was.
I didn't watch the verse.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I can't even say definitively, but I mean, he said Swiss told him, so which he's about to get into in this clip.
Okay, let's run this one.
Or great experience though. Great experience. Shouts to ASAP Yams. That's what he started as an intern for me.
Oh, he was the intern, right? Yeah.
Your loyalty.
Carol Civil too. I mean, Karen Civil.
Yeah.
She was also an intern for me. I've helped jumpstart a lot of careers, not only rap careers inside of this industry.
But you don't get no credit for that. They say
all.
They say all Jim do is send people to jail.
I don't want credit no more. I want debit. Cash me out. How I send people to jail? That's what I'm saying. How? Who did you see me send to jail? What is these niggas smoking? They smoking new drugs out here. You heard? From where? How? Who?
Oh, that's what Cam said. I don't know.
It's a bird head. He don't want no smoke. Tell him he a boxer, right? I'll box his head off. Where's the ring at? You getting money, right? Y'all do sports? 10 million right now. Today, nigga, I'll catch a flight wherever you at. In the morning, I'll catch a flight wherever you at. You would Mayweather and them 10 million. I'll meet you in any boxing ring. Yeah. Now go make some jokes about that on your next show. I'll box your head off. You know that. Don't play with me. Yeah. Now go type about that.
Jim, Chrissy would tell you take 5 seconds
Yeah.
and breathe.
Yeah.
Chrissy would tell you take 5 seconds and breathe. Jim.
After church steps, you cannot act like that.
Chrissy would say take 5 seconds and breathe.
Service, you still in praise and worship. You got time to make it in for the service.
Chrissy would say take 5 seconds and breathe.
We're gonna bring it back. You know, all Jesus' disciples was gangsters, though, right?
Jesus flipped table.
And I am a disciple. Remember that. Or
Yo, this Envy dude wearing a locks hat. Y'all just weep there, right? He'll be a messy ass nigga, bro. And there we have it. That seemed a little authentic to me. He seemed like he was a little heated, bro. And then I think in response to that, as we know, as I talked about in the crash dummy, he walked out with Javante Davis after that.
You start, mate. You mind if I start?
Yeah, go ahead. You go. I got my popcorn.
Because I just want to. I want to say something to your credit.
Okay.
This is really to your
Oh, I
credit.
really mean my popcorn.
Yeah. Because a lot of times I'll be like, this nigga Mase, he be bugging, yo. Like, I don't say it out loud because your opinion is your opinion. Mase always says, yo, don't bring this nigga out with you because they're not going to win if you bring this nigga out with you. Talking about football games, basketball games. And I'll be sitting here like, I don't really know, but then I got it when the fight went on. When you got that type of energy and you breathe in that energy, when everybody's sad and mad and depressed and try to look happy, but they not really happy, it gets into you. You have to keep sage in that environment. When you're in that
A man said they had to sage. So I think Joel's caught a stray on that one. You feel me? But there you have it. You had the the response, which basically was the first part, or at least the continuation of it, was Jim going on Breakfast Club, and of course, you know, they gonna hype that shit up, and then you had the walkout, and this is basically Cam's response where he's saying them niggas got negative energy, sage the fuck out of them, and then we had Tank fight to a draw. So what do y'all think so far? The continuation of this beef, is it enough already? Should they just get in the ring? Do we still think it's about the album rollout? Do we still, because Jim Jones did have an album that just rolled out, and also if y'all listen to it, I want to hear y'all thoughts on the album as well. So what do y'all think? Continuation of the beef, or real life beef, or
we're gonna see new music from them in a year?
Prediction.
I mean, that's like the cycle at this point, because this ain't new. So
What ain't new?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong about the energy when you're walking out to fight, though. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's an old clip of Muhammad Ali going out to fight George Foreman, and they're walking out backstage, and Ali stops and he turns around. He looks at his corner and his coaches. He says, "Why y'all look so fucking scared? Like you're fucking with my MO. Like you're fucking my mode up. Like why you guys looking so scared? Everyone's so terrified of George Foreman. I'm going to whoop this fool's ass." So he's not wrong about something that small can really affect you when you're gonna go fight. And Roach just had the best night of his career against a mediocre night of Javante. But so he's not wrong about that. But like Cloud was saying, ain't nobody gonna be surprised if there's some remedy in this and there's some new music in the near future. It's just whenever celebrities start talking like the fisticuff shit, I kind of tune out, because if it were that serious, then you wouldn't make a spectacle of it.
Exactly. Because how many times do people do is like, oh, let's get in the ring then, and it actually happens.
Yeah. It's like Soulja Boy did some shit like that.
Soulja Boy ain't fighting nobody.
Yeah, but it ain't happened. They said that shit and they made a whole show of it on social media, but that shit didn't happen.
That's because niggas don't want to get embarrassed. Could you imagine these people windmilling punches in the ring? These are rappers, bro. Like, they talk tough. These motherfuckers don't want to be out here pulling hair like they really want to fucking do. These motherfuckers can't fight. That's why they rap. Motherfuckers
I coach 14-year-old kids that would give them the business. And I'm not joking. Like, people don't get it. Like, it's just not, you know. So that whenever they start talking that rah-rah shit, I'm out. Like, I tune out.
Yo, it's like literally like a handful of rappers who really got hands in real life. Like, the rest of these motherfuckers, it'll be sad. You know what I mean? That's why I think you don't see a lot of that. I seen like I think me and Cloud talking about the Godfrey Jamar shit, man. Godfrey would dog walk fucking Jamar. He know that shit. That's why you didn't see the boxing match. Is Lord Jamar is 55 years old and 130 pounds, soaking wet.
Godfrey's in crazy good shape too.
Yo, he used to be like running back, bro. Yeah. He was like running back for like one of the best high schools in fucking Illinois. I know, because I got kicked out that motherfucker. Yeah, they don't fuck around. Not going to class. Why you asking me shit like that for? Lots of stuff is a culmination of things. But anyway, that would be sad. That's why I think you don't see a lot of these beefs actually culminate into street shit. If it is, it's some shooting shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not really fighting shit. That would like embarrass. Could you imagine seeing a rapper windmilling? That would like completely destroy their career. I don't think Sticky Fingers ever recovered from that terrible celebrity boxing match that he had. You talking all that Sticky Fingers, you know what I mean? Like, and then you do that in the ring. It's like, nah, bro, you ain't as tough as you said you are. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and Blueface did the whole thing where he was boxing like other influencers and shit, and he took like years to train, and he still looks trash. You know, but that just gives credence to your point. Like, it's just I think that ship has sailed as far as like the celebrity boxing type shit. That market's been cornered by the Paul brothers, and outside of that, it's a wrap. Hopefully, I hope so. It's a circus.
Yeah, I think Jim would fight Cam, and he would probably win. But the fact that he's saying it publicly and just making it a show is, that's a sign it's not going to happen. And he doesn't even have any real intention of fighting him. He's just, they just talking shit.
From my perspective, it seemed like he was real quick to throw that $10 million. Get Mayweather. Like, he was really quick to do that, and just like, hey, I don't really like Jim Jones though. So,
did anybody on a kind of on the level, but did anybody listen to the actual album that was released?
Yeah, I went through it. It was all right. It wasn't like, I don't know. It's like everything that he's put out after El Capo, I kind of hold to that standard now, because that was fire. So it's like everything he's dropped after that, I kind of hold to that standard, and it just isn't that.
I didn't listen to the whole thing. I listened to like 4 or 5 songs, and it kind of seemed like pressured. It seemed a little rushed to me.
Yeah.
Like nothing was really ironed out. Like it seemed like he was just trying to put something out to put something out. He was trying to ride a wave and hope that it was good enough to go off the momentum of his name being in the headlines.
Yeah.
Yeah, like stick with heat makers, man.
Yeah, I think that's why he named like the track the Jomo track. I think that's part of it. He we didn't know about that nickname until that little rant from Cameron. So it's like, all right, I'm finna parlay this into some publicity, some free publicity. You know what I'm saying? Question: Jim Jones and Mase have a versus. Who wins?
Probably Jim.
Yeah.
Jim.
You got to think of the demo that's watching versus. So
yeah,
it's a little bit more mainstream crossover with Jim. So.
You think so? I would think maybe for Mase, honestly, because of his songs. But the thing is, just him being like aligned with Diddy is just kind of like fucks up his public favor already.
Who?
But
Jim
even
Jones?
just quality wise, not Mase. Even just quality wise, I think Jim Jones got that.
I mean, half of Mace's hits involve Diddy, so it's like you can't even do those songs. You feel me? You don't bust out the shiny suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. And of course, 50 couldn't resist the urge to throw in his 2 cents. I think he commented on a post here. You got to stay in good company, man. One nigga teeth falling out, the other one got a full gray beard trying to show a Chrome's heart scarf. Yo,
that's crazy.
Shout out to Jewels, man. He catching all these strays. He ain't did nothing. Jewels ain't said nothing to nobody. He just catching strays left and right. Man, that's crazy. All right. Anything left on it? Do we think this is going to continue, or is this basically the end of it? Are they going to try to milk this longer?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be done soon, if it's not already done.
Hopefully. I hate to see this shit. They like 50 years old, man. Y'all need to be doing a reunion tour like the fucking Beatles or some shit.
It's coming. Again.
All right, so let's moving on. We're doing a new segment here where we're actually going to live review a independent artist. So let me pull up the track we got here. So we got the artist Junes, who is apparently a very mysterious character with his track Smooth Sailing. So I'm going to play a little bit of it. And then I'm basically going to get everybody's opinion, thumbs up, thumbs down, along with whatever constructive criticism you have with it. Let's play a little bit of it.
In the spot are gonna be hell. Every man has a vice and the price of money, pussy fails. Got my sights on the same thing, but that approach for me well. Used to have my time with the 7-Up, and that's my meal. Cause it's running through rooms, hear my D, I run and start to yell. Mama told me to look the other way, and you keep it still. Walking through the crack, concrete, while grapes running throughout the field. But that's enough for my story. Still think no matter what the background, you can still reach that glow. When I was 6, hurt by the stick, years later, that was a photo. My pray to God, we wouldn't end up on the morning new story. Well, praise the Lord, he kept us round to show some mama don't worry. I keep a Rolodex of tactics, not my big ain't I'm going. If I die, drum a pile around me, that's my sign and I'm going. Fuck you and all your fucking friends, I fucking hate you, no sorry. I'm smooth sailing through the bitch, this my goodbye, I'm sorry. I run my eyes with it, that water troubles down the way, storming. You run your eyes, you run the other way, but that not important. At least that you try, no matter what, that footprint staying with the mothers. You know what I'm saying? Real, smooth, yeah.
Okay.
Your mic's muted, D.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had the Smooth Sailing track by Junes. Somebody, I had some echo too. Make sure you mute your mics when you're not talking. And so we have it here. So I'm gonna go one by one. Thumbs up, thumbs down, plus your constructive criticism. Let's start with Star. What do you think of the track?
All right.
And thumbs up, thumbs down.
I'll give it a thumbs up. And I'm gonna say at first I don't know. I was indifferent, but it actually grew on me. I actually listened to it like a few times. It was like captured by the beat. I think that was a great beat. I like the way he flowed on it. I feel like the flow complemented the beat. I don't know. I feel like it was a vibe. Dude, something that you can like smoke to. It kind of gave me like Isaiah Rashad kind of vibes. And I liked it, yeah. He's mysterious. This is his only song, right?
The only one I've seen on there.
So, I mean, I like. If I were to nitpick, I would have said like, you know, to like enunciate because I couldn't really understand some of the lyrics.
Okay. Sounds like somebody talking in the background.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Let's see if it's Cloud. Yeah, it might be you, bro.
I said neighbors.
I get him through the walls, cuz. So we got a thumbs up from Star. I'm gonna skip my stuff. Go last. Next up, Cam. What do you think about the track, bro?
I mean, I'm a rule breaker, so I'm gonna give it a sideways thumb. But
you can't triple stamp a double stamp, bro. You gotta go thumbs up or thumbs down, bro.
I'm a trendsetter, bro. No, I'll give him a thumbs up just because it seems like he's pretty like new. There's some mixing issues, and as someone who's like kind of figured out how to mix their own shit, I would recommend that like if he has more stuff that he's like content with lyrically, he needs to bank it until he either gets somebody to help him or figures out, like irons out the kinks when it comes to that. I do like the flow is a little generic, but I do like that he was talking about real shit that was personal to him. And you know, that's something that he could build off for sure. But if I were to recommend anything, go back in the lab, bank everything you have as far as like writing wise until you figure out what mixes and shit works for you. So I'm not mad at it.
All right. We got 2 thumbs up. Damn. I'm shocked.
Definitely a good start for a new artist.
Okay. Cloud.
So keep going.
Cloud, what you got, bro?
I gotta be the bad guy. Yeah, man. I gotta say, you know, I gotta keep it real. It's gonna be a thumbs down. But yeah, and there's honestly, like the mix wasn't great. The flow was kind of like generic, and the lyrics weren't really like much of anything, I guess. But it's like this is his first. I'm gonna assume this is his first song or one of his first songs because he hasn't had, as you can see, he doesn't have anything else out. So I'm gonna assume this is like he's just starting out. So I would say he has like I will say that he has like a presence. He has a even though I didn't like the flow, he's able to flow on beat, which is a start that a lot of people don't have. So he's got the foundation right. So, I would just recommend, keep at it, keep building, keep working. But, as far as the song itself, I gotta give it a thumbs down, man. I gotta be honest.
All right, Simon Cowell.
Bam. We got 2 up, 1 down. I guess I will either make it a draw or will I make it a go? So I'm gonna give my comments here. Listening to the track, I agree that I think the mix kind of drowned out his lyrics. I wouldn't necessarily saying that he's not saying anything, but it's like what really introspective shit. That was kind of more of a smooth type of track to me, more of like, like you said, start smoking, driving, you know what I mean? I will say it's not something, if I heard it, I'm automatically gonna hit skip on it, which I would do I listen to a lot of independent artists doing this shit, and a lot of that shit, I wouldn't torture my dog with that shit. But I definitely wouldn't hit automatic skip on this shit. So for a start, for somebody who doesn't look like he has very much promotion behind him, like he doesn't have very much, he's just putting out music. So for that to just kind of be like a warning shot, I think that's pretty solid, man. So I'm going to have to lean towards thumbs up on my end. I think if he keeps at it, and I think if he, figures out the mixing shit, maybe get somebody to spend a couple dollars, brother, get your social medias in order and all that other shit, and I think it'll be good to go, bro. So
yeah, I agree. I'm not saying like throwing it, like stop fucking rapping, because there's a lot of people I would say that to. But yeah, no, just keep at it, bro. Like, I don't like the song, but I'm one person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're lost. You're lost. So give him a 3-1.
It's semi-interesting, I will say. Like the sound is kind of interesting. He's got something that he could build off for sure. But yeah, you might have to spend some money on mixes, or like I came a long way. I've sent like some of the newer stuff to people, and like I've done a lot of progression like in my own personal mixing. And one thing that I did is like a little cheat code, and I think I've told Cloud about it, but like I'll buy like presets from producers that like I really like, and then I'll like kind of like reverse engineer them. So I kind of figure out like how they got to where they got to, and it's really frustrating. It takes a lot of patience because like that's the hardest part. J Cloud, I don't understand how like you can sit there and like produce all day, because that shit drives me up a fucking wall. Like, and as a producer, he's hearing different shit than we are. It's a different type of ear. So like I understand his criticism at like a little bit different level, because like he's hearing shit that we might not be like accustomed to hearing, or like being able to like have input to improve on. But the dude, he's got something for sure. And it's not like like J Cloud was saying, there's a lot of people that just shouldn't do it. Like they're just not musically inclined at all. But yeah, I mean, with practice and like concept, and like you guys were saying, like the flow is generic, the bars were like kind of basic. If he starts mixing that personal talk in with like metaphors and shit, and he can start like building up rhyme schemes and like some cadence switches and shit, you know, it'll be cool to see what he can do. But it's a good like as a red shirt, you know, like it's a good performance as a red shirt. So just keep doing what you're doing and just work on everything else and you'll be all right. Just don't stop. The hardest part's showing up. You know, the hardest part's showing up. So don't stop. That's where people fuck up because everybody thinks they're the one. And then when they put some shit out and it doesn't do it, it just like people are very resilient when it comes to their art, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely. I have a quick question. So what is wrong with his mix?
It doesn't. His vocals aren't strong enough for the way they got it mixed up. Like it drowns out his voice. Yeah, you just need the level. They just need to do some leveling on it. That's about it.
It was a little airy too. Like you could play with the compression and shit. It wasn't like terrible. I put out shit with fucking way worse mixes that I wish I never would have released because I was rapping my ass off, but I fucking didn't know what I was doing. So it sounded like I was fucking rapping in a fucking 4-car garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his voice just didn't cut through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, that's about it. Man, I heard some shit the other day with a dude, like, I guess he just like cranked the fucking like bass up, thinking it's gonna like, you know, how motherfuckers just crank the bass up and it's like way too much. They think that, oh shit, I'm gonna kill some 12s with this. And shit, like, this is fucking terrible. So it wasn't like bad like that. It just was like your voice isn't strong enough, or you know what I mean, like to do that type of mix, especially with that beat, man. That's honestly, that should be more of a smooth, mellow fucking beat in the background type of shit anyway. We should be hearing your lyrics way more on that type of beat. You know what I mean?
You gotta listen to your shit through like different outputs too. Whether it's in the car, whether it's your home stereo, your mixing headphones, whatever, you gotta listen to that shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say like I listen to like go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying the car test.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I was about to say, I was listening to Who's Running It. You remember that 3-6 Mafia, that old song, Who's Running?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a totally different song in a car with some 12s than it is like on your fucking speakers at the crib. You'd be like, damn, it's a little fucking background beat bass in it. Like, damn. So yeah, that's true. You gotta listen to it in different spectrums. But sometimes you make shit for the car, sometimes you make shit for chilling in the smoke room. You feel me? So but at the end of the day, keep going. Get them reps in, brother. Decent start, even though we got one hater. You feel me? But it's all good. All right. So next thing we got up, the legendary Angie Stone passes away after recent allegations that she was not properly compensated for royalties. I swear everybody says that shit. Shady business dealings by Universal. I think it was Universal she was talking about. Are artists not aware of the business side of things? So let me show the video that she had, I think 3 months before she passed, they say. Yeah, 3 months.
After 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, at the end of the day, after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the song, all the songs that I've done. I'm only coming to find out that after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, at the end of the day.
So she basically lays the allegation that she's not getting any of her royalties, any of her. So my question is, because we've heard this from more than one artist, right? Is this, at this point, should it be artists not aware of the business side of things? Are they blaming that? Or is it a case of like people just always thinking they're worth more than what the actual residuals are? Or is just Universal just shady? Maybe a little bit combination. What do y'all think, man?
I mean, when did she sign? Because it's like when she was popular, bro, like nobody was getting good deals. Everybody was getting fucked. So it's kind of like, Yeah, if you signed a deal at that time that she signed a deal, you were fucked. Your deal is fucked. So I don't think she was like an anomaly in that respect, which isn't good, but it is what it is. And that was like industry wide shit. That wasn't just Universal.
Well, I agree. I was like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit. Does everybody say this? Because everybody thinks they should. I've seen like Chingy say he didn't get paid enough money. It's like, bro, are you really?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, does everybody basically say they've not been compensated properly?
Yeah, because they usually aren't. Because they get told. The thing about it is, one trick they used to go around is they would tell people, they would confuse people with points and percentages. Like they will be saying like, oh, you're gonna get like 10 points or whatever. That's 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Which means they would take 90%. So they would confuse people with the terminology and shit until people start getting hip to it and knowing, you were talking about percent. So no, they were like not compensating people correctly. So there's, and I'm sure there's people that just didn't say anything that got fucked too. So
ignorance is bliss. Like if people didn't know the ins and outs, it's easy to get over on people when they're not really like familiar with the details. I mean, I guess that goes into like any sort of contract situation whatsoever. It's sad, man. It's just a sad story. She's the only one that passed in the accident. It's just sad, man. Just count your blessings because you never know.
Never know. Big facts. What do you think, Star?
I agree with Cloud that people from back then, it was like more common than not to have a bad record deal. You know what I'm saying? They're not really being compensated adequately. So, I mean, I believe her that she wasn't getting what she got, but I don't know how much she was thinking that she was owed. So,
and it's not like back then it was like ubiquitous as far as like people making money in music, like it was only like a select few of people that were like that really raked it in on music back in that time. Now you can go viral and start collecting checks. So if I was an old head that was like spent 40 years in music busting my ass, and then you see like where it's at today, where it's kind of just like pick of the litter type stuff, like who's getting paid, I'd feel some type of way about it too.
Well, yeah, but that's because, see, the thing is, as popular as her music was, this shouldn't be a problem, because if we're not talking about like advances or any of that, we're talking about royalties, and that's like that builds over time. So she should still be getting paid, like, obviously she passed, but she still should have been getting paid to this day. So if that's not happening, then there's an issue.
I guess the question is, how much should she have been getting paid? That's the mystery question. I think streaming has made it so, because back in the day, it's like if you sell 10 million albums or you sell 1 million albums, an album is $10, $13, and you know how much of that split you're supposed to get. I think the streaming has thrown such like a loop in what the actual finances should be that who the fuck knows how much your actual catalog is worth. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's cut and dry.
And stuff like sync.
What was that?
You have to factor in stuff like sync, like is her music getting played on TV, like is her music in movies and such like.
But even now, you can track that. You can track if the studio picks your track for a blockbuster movie, like that's trackable still, even to that point.
Yeah, but I think what he's saying is like with the syncing, like the same sort of sales without the syncing could be valued at like different levels.
Yeah,
just because people are buying your albums doesn't mean it's synced like to more industry outside of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because people live off sync, so it's like if that's happening, if her music is getting in movies and shows and stuff like that, and she's not seeing money from that, then that's, you know, that's worth being fucking mad about.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I will have way more grace for Angie because she probably signed a deal before streaming was even a thought, right? Probably before Napster, if we're being fucking honest, right?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I have more grace for her, the De La Souls of the world, those type of people, right? Because they had no clue of what was to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you sign like these type of deals in 2025, 2024, have less of leniency because it's like you can actually get shit to pop without the majors at this point. It's more of a convenience thing for you. It's more of a rocket in your back. You know what I'm saying? So I think in the net this is a split with her. But I also think I'm playing devil's advocate. I also think people always think they're worth more than if somebody makes. We've experienced this in real life. Somebody can make a fucking meal in their kitchen that tastes like shit, but they think it's the best thing since sliced bread, right? You will always think something that you create is worth more. It's just we're supposed to be like that to a certain extent, right? So who's to say what is? Has anybody heard anybody really bumping any Angie Stone? Like, not no disrespect to her at all, you know what I'm saying? But did her catalog really have that longevity like that? You feel me? Like a Prince or say a Michael Jackson or something of that nature, right?
Shaking the table.
Not the demographic, so I wouldn't be able to say personally.
That has a lot to do with it too. It's like who's participating in that, in the way that we consume music now. Like the same people that were listening to her when she was hot back then, you know?
Yeah.
There's people that got her on vinyl that probably give her spins every single day, but that's not the same. That's not the same thing. So like the carryover is not going to be similar.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. I mean, who's still busting out their discs? Somebody still busting out. They don't even make cars with CD players in them no more. So they kind of making your ass have to stream. To be honest with you, if you wanna ride with your music bumping, you best to get you a motherfucking iPhone or a Droid or whatever and stream.
I got a.
Hey, I've been listening to CDs.
You've been listening to CDs too?
Yeah, I listen to CDs. I found the old stack that my parents had when I was younger, so I've been jamming.
I got a Mac Mall CD that's been stuck in a 2001 Ford Explorer since 2007.
That's crazy.
Yo, I came from the shit where you had to put the like we couldn't afford the fucking CD player. You put the Walkman on the tape thing and put that motherfucker in there. Like it's old shit. You feel me? So, but then you actually own the music. Like there's no more ownership of music, which I think is a big thing as well. You know what I'm saying? We're so used to like renting music now that we don't even recognize it. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, the Netflix of music around this bitch. You feel me?
Yeah. I still fuck with vinyl.
I got a record player.
And I'm on vinyl.
I don't use it as much as I should, but I do got a record player.
Let's just say you have it. All people that got record players just do it so they can be like, look, I got vinyl. Look at this. Listen to this shit, nigga.
But it's a fucking chore to listen to music when you got a record player. You know what I mean? I ain't got that kind of time. I'm busy as fuck. I'd love to have the time. I'd love to have the time to do that every day. That's when I'm old and retired. Fucking damn right. You know.
For facts, bro. I see these old retired people. They just go look at their grass every morning, bro. I got a couple retirees around me, bro. They just be looking at the grass. I be like, what the fuck is in the grass, bro? But that's all I got, man. I think we moving on. Any last suggestions? Any last comments on that topic?
Rest in peace, Angie.
Oh yeah, rest in peace. Definitely rest in power.
Definitely R.I.P.
All right, so we got comedy break. Street saying this is how Common be rapping.
Yo, relax your mind, let the conscience be free. These days I open up my third eye to see. They can't be how they want to place me in the world. I want to be an NPC. I cross over like AI. The conscious and conscious to feel the bottom is putting a day in a day like a chiropractor. You can win the track. instant affection. Put in your mind, they cut it in half like a fraction. 3.5, I was a black man, raise your fist high, put it to the sky. You do it and you're never gonna lie. Look in my eye and just wonder why I move like this. Just to be a black man, gotta be so conscious, gotta be where your mind is.
That actually wasn't bad. I think that was a Common might throw some of these bars on the next album.
Hey, I like the NPC and the AI bar.
Yeah, he be online like a motherfucker.
I'm surprised people haven't caught who he is. Do y'all know who he is?
Nah, I don't know who he is. I just saw it.
He's not Wonder's artist. Like he's on Rock Nation Jam.
What? Hold up.
Yeah.
Let me blow this screen up real quick.
He's super dope.
Yeah, he's
but
cool.
yeah,
No shit. I couldn't tell with the hat.
The Neo Soul hat on.
That reminds me of that meme that you see on Instagram where it's one of the fatigue short bill hats, and you say when somebody puts on a hat like this, they start rapping about pyramids. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Saigon hat. Let's see what we got here. One DM changed everything. Ian James was just another producer uploading beats to YouTube until Doechii stumbled upon one and turned into Denial is a River. And then he did an interview here. I didn't check out the interview quite yet, but it leads me to the question, could this be inspiration for other musicians? We talked earlier about how, particularly when we was reviewing that music, how like a lot of people give up or whatever. And also is it inspiration like reply to those DMs, right? Somebody who sends out quite a few PMs to give people promotion. So what do y'all think?
I mean, this was dope because I think it was like they say it's like an MF Doom type beat that he just put on YouTube, and he ended up getting hit up by I don't remember exactly who, but one of TD, and yeah, should just it can happen any type of way, you know. Just from throwing shit on YouTube.
That's a question I have for you, J Cloud. Like, how do you go about networking to get in the circles and work with the people that you've worked with? Like, how does that happen?
Some through other people and some just cold. But I'm not even gonna front.
You just shooting shots left and right and hoping.
Yeah, like probably biggest example was when I started working with Azizi Gibson. Like I just cold shot him an email and he hit me back like, yo, these are crazy, like send more, and I just sent him more, and then he's like, yo, you're fucking dope. And we just built like a literal friendship from that. And that ended up like, you know, going where it went. But yeah, sometimes it can be just like you just sending shit cold, like you don't even gotta know them. And something just might speak to them. And yeah, sometimes it's through other people, sometimes it's you know, it can be any type of way.
It's inspiring because anybody can have the opportunity as long as you keep going and put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there.
I mean, the worst somebody can tell you is no, and that's not gonna be the end of your fucking life. If somebody tells you no, people be scared of rejection though, so that just makes them not do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never be successful being scared of rejection.
No, for sure.
They say scared money don't make money. So yeah, you definitely have to put yourself out there. I think it's kind of lost in this generation in general. I think this generation is like the most anxiety filled, fucking need confirmation as. Maybe I'm an old man rant. I don't give a fuck. But like, don't be afraid of rejection, man. Like, you know, you need to train yourself to actually I say social skills. People think social skills is something that's inherently born with or something like that. In reality, you really have to talk to different people. You have to get out there. You have to put yourself out there. You have to talk to strangers. I mean, I was reading some book, one of these self-help books or some shit I was reading, and the dude was like, talk to random people every day. Like every day, just have a conversation with a random person that you come across, and that'll like train you. You know what I'm saying? Like getting those reps in. So I think that's a big thing. Like Cloud say, man, if you got to send cold emails, yep, 99% of them gonna get rejected, but that 1% may be life changing, right? So I agree with that. Anything else, man? Are there any you say in this current generation that are in general, if somebody's not doing these days, do you think it's something particularly like, let's say, if you are in the music space and things of that nature? I like what Cam's kind of alluding to is like, is there any advice that even doing this platform that we would probably give to people who are trying to put themselves out there and trying to be seen or something like that? Things that you think would be inspirational for people.
Wait, me?
Yeah,
I'm waiting on y'all.
I thought you were talking to Cam. Yeah, is it?
I'm talking to everybody, bro. You got something. I'm sitting here like, shit. Did I fart?
I thought you was pontificating. I thought you were about to drop a jewel too. You just didn't even.
Man, bro, I want y'all to drop some jewels on a brother. You feel me?
Hey.
As anything, any advice that y'all are doing? Because everybody here is basically an artist in some sort of form.
Bro, like when I was like super active as a producer, like I was sending emails to everybody. Like I could probably throw you off top and I remember the people who would like reply, and sometimes it was like, yo, I'm fucking with this, but it's not really like there's nothing in here for me that's hitting me, but I'm fucking with this, like, so my line's open in case you want to send more shit. So sometimes it would be that, sometimes it would be no response, sometimes it would be a song would come from it, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be a multitude of things, but like the more you put yourself out there, the more of a chance you're gonna have that you hit the mark. And if you're just not doing that at all, then it's like you have no chance. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't, like D was saying, like so many people got anxiety now and all that, but it's like you can't have that. Not if you're a producer, especially not if you're a producer and you're trying to like build with people. Like if you're doing the whole like, instrumental music, there's a whole lane for that. Don't get it twisted. There's a whole lane for that. A whole like, you could make money off that. But if you're trying to work with artists, then it's like, yeah, bro, you can't be afraid to put yourself out there and reach out to people. And people have too much pride too. I want people to hit me up first. Like I want people to reach out to me and break bread with me. Like, no, bro, you get like, you know what I'm saying? Like I cold hit Lloyd Banks, and yeah, that was cold. I didn't know him. I didn't know him for nothing, and he hit me back. So it's like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, and I will say, like the small little bit of platform I have, like, it came from like bullying my way in with like HJ and Unc as far as like making an intro for the podcast. I just kept slamming the timeline, hitting them up with music. They knew that I was like a fan of the podcast and it was on the same wavelength. So I was like, hey, these guys are on my wavelength. I'm just gonna see if they fuck with it. Just kept bugging. And finally HJ was like live on air, was like, shoot your shot. We need an intro. And instead of getting anxious about it, I was like, fuck it, dude. So it took me like a week. And then the next week a couple weeks later, I was down in Vegas shooting the video for it. And that snowballed into me being involved with Men of Order and doing something that I'm passionate about with like the fitness and shit. Nope. So you never know, like those types of relations. You got to be assertive. Like if you know that you're skilled in something and you have competency, you got to kind of like, I'm not going to say gas yourself up, but like if you know you got something, you got to throw your weight a little bit, because no one's going to deal with the hermit when it comes to that kind of shit,
For sure.
I agree with that, and I would say gas yourself up, honestly, because if you come into a situation like acting like, or just with the mentality of like you're doing me a favor and you have nothing to bring to the table, like I'm just, I'm just so grateful, I'm just so happy to be. You should be grateful. Don't get it twisted. But if you're just like, if you have a complete like happy to be here mentality where it's like you don't bring anything to the table, then it's like you're gonna get treated as such. You need to go into a situation like, yo, I bring this to the table, my shit is nice, you're dope, like we could make something great together. You know what I'm saying? Not like, oh, I would be so like lucky if you picked one of my beats. Like, nah, but like fuck that.
Act like you've been here before. Act like you've been here before. Yeah, I think the Playboy Cardi mysterious shit is like super played out. I think like particularly if you aren't on that level yet, you can't play the mysterious character, bro. We need to know about, especially this age where everybody's like a fucking voyeur anyway. Like, bro, make people interested about you. You feel me? Make people want to listen to your music outside of just it being dope music. Because a lot of people make dope music and still have no traction. You feel me? Make us care about that shit. I think Benny the Butcher even said that shit. Like he was cold DMing people. That's how he got on. You feel me?
That's crazy because I don't know if I sent you guys screenshots, but this is like early when I first started putting shit out. It wasn't related, but I had posted on my story about a new drop from Benny, and I tagged him. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And then the next post was like a song or a freestyle from me, and he hit me up and just asked me like, "What are you doing musically?" And I couldn't capitalize it on the time because I was still running amok. I was like in early sobriety, but I was still like, my hand was still in the cookie jar. I was still making moves. I was still doing D-boy shit, and so I kind of fumbled that. But in hindsight, I'm kind of glad it happened that way because I don't know if I was in the headspace to like even deal with that type of clout at the time. So it is what it is, but
you ain't need that money. You ain't need that money at that time.
No.
The perk man would have came up. Just fucking. But I agree with everything. I think there's actually a lot of jewels been dropped in that conversation, man. Like I said, hit them cold DMs. You'll be all right. Get rejected. You'll be all right. All right, the last one we got as far as hypothetical. Is it better for artists to build organically before a major push, or can star power kind of like catapult you to a certain degree? Are we still in that era where we feel as though you need to be co-signed by basically a star to get on, though you have 5,000 plays on certain shit? And that comes off the promotional post for Amanda Reefer here, where they talk about the known producers. I've never seen a post like this before. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pharrell, DJ Dai, and Soundwave. Of course, she's being pushed big by PJ Lang and co-written by Kendrick Lamar. I've never seen an R&B artist say their fucking track was co-written by somebody. This is an interesting fucking post, bro. I wonder did NFR take this upon themselves or they actually wrote it up like this. But back to my
question.
They
probably took it upon themselves.
I think so. Can this actually be a negative to a rising artist, especially unknown artists? I know that she does have a little bit of following, but it compares like a Kendrick Lamar. It's night and day, right?
I mean, the way that they wrote that post could kind of be a negative for a rising artist because co-written by Kendrick Lamar, like it's already put right there. Like your starting point is knowing that you needed help to write your shit. I don't like how they wrote that post out.
Yeah,
like there's too much tea there. You know what I mean? I don't really like that. I think people are built different. Like you're gonna find 1 out of 1,000 that could handle that shit, like right off jump. But I always go back to, I think Jelly Roll was giving an interview and they were talking about an upcoming artist and how he told them not to take this big deal where they go from just like doing a bunch of streams and then playing arenas. And he talked him down, was like, don't take that big money. Like you need to go on on a club circuit, get your reps in, before they just toss you on the big stage like that. And it actually ended up working really well for the person. I'm drawing a blank. I wish I could remember the artist's name, but Jelly Roll, he was dropping gems on it. He was like, nah, you got to hit that local circuit. You got to go do clubs and fairs and convention centers, like little shit, until you become like super comfortable in front of people. Because, you know, that whole crash and burn saying is because of that. Like, get a little too big for your britches and you're not able to deal with, you're going to have bad performances, you're going to have bad nights, you're going to have shit go wrong. And if you don't know how to mitigate that or bounce back from it, and you're not capable of being resilient enough to deal with that kind of shit, it could probably ruin you before you even get going.
I agree. Anybody else? Is it better to build organically, or can they put the battery in your back and be successful in 2025? What do y'all think?
I mean, I'm an advocate for organic food, organic growth. I don't like how they positioned the whole project. Like, to me, I feel like they made it about Kendrick Lamar kind of, and it's just like it's supposed to be about her. This is like supposed to be her moment being thrusted in the mainstream. And yeah, and I feel like for one, the Kendrick mention overshadows her. And then two, it puts the focus on Kendrick. And it should be on her. So,
well,
I mean,
the thing about that is, no, go ahead.
I don't know if like a cosign is necessary. I mean, I don't know also either. Apparently some people knew her. I've never heard of her. So
she was in a group. She was in a group called Cover Drive, which was like big in UK. So she's like big overseas. So what I'm thinking, and they've been like major labels. She's been in like the major label system since like 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not new. And what I think might be the case, because she left that group. So what I think might be the case is she might be part of PG Lang now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
that makes way more sense.
Yeah,
you know,
but she's not.
That makes way more sense to kind of, especially if she's bringing a fan base with her already, especially like internationally, you know. So like, if that's the situation, I'm a little less upset at the way that they worded that. You know, the people that don't know, it's still weird, but like the people that know will know, and the people that don't, you know, maybe it'll get them interested enough to check it out. But if she's already got like international support and reps, like Cloud was saying, if she was on major labels, then you know it'll probably work out. But that's not, you know, that's not a very common circumstance. We've seen it too many times where, like Star was saying, you put the battery in the back and then it just falls flat, or they lose credibility. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back and hate on Jack Harlow anytime I can. You know, but that's a really good, even though he is successful and he does numbers with the demo, like when he started making music, it was not, his early career was nothing like it is now as far as like conceptually or like the type of shit he was making music about. So
yeah, I just think the weird part about it is mentioning the co-written part, particularly since her and Kendrick are not really in the. I listen to some of her music; it's not like in the same lane to me. Like, it would make more sense for Kendrick to like co-sign a Doechii. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're kind of in that same lane as far as rap. She's more alt R&B from what I've heard. So
yeah,
it's kind of a weird pairing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's why I think she might be on the label now. She might be changing her whole direction.
I mean, you would think they would mention that newest PG Lang member. You would think.
I don't know. I mean, they've worked together before, so it's like they have a relationship.
It's also an NFR. You know, NFR. Yeah. Their third language is English, so they're probably just kind of like, I got to fuck with them every time. They might come back at us one of these days. But I think the earlier point too, like the organic shit, like honestly, like being in those nightclubs and shit, that builds that resiliency. You know what I'm saying? Going to those little venues, and we see what happened with Ice Spice, yo. You feel me? Like we're seeing the crash and burn in real times when you go from straight like the fucking bodega to fucking arenas, and you don't have the catalog nor the stage presence to be able to pull that off. You know what I'm saying? Shaking your ass can only get you so far. So, I would say that does build resiliency, building organically like that. But, Cam, you got something, bro?
I was gonna say like, and it kind of goes without saying, but like if she's an R&B artist, like there's not as much vitriol when you find out that somebody else wrote that shit. It's not rap. It's different.
Yeah.
It's very, very different. Some of the most popular, biggest R&B stars of all time fucking never wrote a lick. So
it's Chris Brown, right? Chris Brown might
that's
actually
weird.
write
Though. That's weird though. Like why do you think that is? Because it's really not that different. Like I understand it as someone who writes as like an MC. Like I understand that, you know, but
because you still gotta be able to sing. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, but I don't understand how other people would have that same level of vitriol that like I have as somebody that writes lyrics as like a rapper. You know, like why is there not the same energy for like the R&B?
Yeah, because they still got to sing. No, because they still got to sing, bro. Like everybody wrote Whitney Houston shit, but can anybody sing like Whitney Houston?
That's fair. No. That's fair. Yeah, you answered my question then.
Like a rapper, anybody can say words to a beat, bro. Like I could teach my kids to say words to a beat. I'll be honest with you. So if you're writing it, you're taking out 90% of what it takes to be a rapper. You feel me?
Yeah, and a bunch of the early rap songs weren't written by the people performing them, so there's that too.
Oh like yeah, Eazy-E, like all that shit. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
But people used to get on Eazy-E ass about that. Like that was part of what it was getting dissed about. Is like you don't write your fucking shit. But he was financing. He was the dope boy. He was throwing the bread for them, so they had to put up with him. I don't even think they wanted him in the group originally, but they was like, "Fuck, they can't say no to Easy, bro." That's all I got, man. So let's get ready to get up out of here. We were a little bit over time. So what are you listening to real quick, yo? So pull out your phones, your playlists, whatever you listen to, bro. I'm kind of going back to Spotify. Spotify's like updating their fucking algorithm, bro. They got like a virtual DJ and shit, like an AI DJ. So get the fuck
I thought something weird was going on because like I'll die on this hill that YouTube Music has the best like algorithm as far as like organizing playlists, you know, like the least amount of time I got to go in to skip some shit on YouTube Music if I'm just letting like my phone play. But Spotify's been significantly better this last month.
Oh, they not fucking around, bro. They've added a lot of features. You know what I'm saying? Like the DJ literally talks to you. Hey, you've been listening to a lot of Lil Wayne this fucking month. I'm gonna put some of this shit on, and then I'm like, damn. So yeah, Spotify.
Because normally I don't like where they say like recommended for you. I normally don't spin none of that shit because it's always bad. But I've been listening to a lot of this suggested for you shit lately.
Oh shit.
So props to Spotify. Whatever y'all doing.
Algorithm got your ass, boy. You're a traitor. You're Elon Musk head.
They ain't getting me. You're fucking trapping me.
So whoever want to go first, man, go ahead.
I've been listening to that A70 Glizzy that I dropped on Saturday Spotlight. He's not like he don't rap that good, but his beats are crazy, and it's just hype. It's just hype shit. I've been listening to a lot of Stick from Dead Prez.
Oh, shit.
The Workout album is something I went back to. I remember when I got into that, like that shit used to be on repeat in the gym when I was getting ready for fucking fights and shit. And I've been back. It's kind of weird because you would think like Workout album would be kind of corny, but it's Stick and that shit still hits. So I'm not mad at that at all. I've been spinning Aesop Rock like crazy lately. And it all started, I posted them on Sunday. And I was like, fuck, man, I ain't been listening to enough Aesop. Aesop's like one of the dudes that like, I could just play his whole catalog and not skip nothing and just get lost. Every single time it's like the first time that you hear the shit. Yeah. And then outside of that, I'm still listening to ghetto metal. I'm pretty sure I'll listen to ghetto metal until I die. And then just a lot of blues, you know? Bones of J.R. Jones, Gary Clark, you know, doing the damn thing.
All right. That's not bad, man. You got a lot of diversity in that motherfucking that DEI ass playlist you got going. Who's next?
I'll go. So lately I've been listening to the new Ellie Dollar Sign and DJ Mr. Rogers, Dollars and Cents. That song Ends Over Friends. That's my shit. I've been listening to, of course, the West Side Gun album 12. The song Veert. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Veert. I don't know. But I like that song. Been listening to Big Crit Live from the Underground. I just did a cover on the bass to pull up.
I seen that.
Yeah, I've been really into playing my instruments lately, so I've been enjoying that. So more covers possibly soon.
There you go. Get the
yeah. Some new Underachievers. Listen to some of that.
Hell yeah.
Singles. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cloud. What you got, bro?
Oh, what's up? Am I going?
Yeah, I think you're frozen, but we can hear you.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I've been listening to Aphex Twin, some Hudson Mohawk, Tricky, Jansport J, Nujabes, some Homeboy Sandman, Rip Slime, which is that's like a Japanese rap group. They're dope. Roll Ransom, John Robinson, Science of Life, Rock Marciano, and Captain Murphy. And Captain Murphy, which is Flying Lewis's rap persona. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to.
Hell yeah, Captain Murphy. I'm gonna have to dive back into that.
Yeah, that was a time.
What the fuck I've been listening to? Some Kevin Gates, old crazy ass by any means. Yo, that you made me that comment about what is it? Was the song that don't belong on Thriller that fucking they talked about? So I went back and listened to some Michael Jackson. I went back and listened to Thriller, Lady in My Life or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, how the fuck you gonna bash that song? It's like one of the best songs on fucking album.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That was some milquetoast white people shit. Big Crit Style, Not Quite Free. I want to listen to that David Banner shit. FBG the movie. I gotta get some Future in. Y'all can blame whatever. Y'all can talk shit about me, but I gotta get my I actually want to listen to that ESTG. Never Felt None. It's not too bad to me, bro. You gotta sell a certain amount of 8 balls to be able to listen to that though. Get Rich Die Trying. I listened to that this week for some reason. Just a bunch of random shit from this playlist too. So I'm not even gonna go to the 50 million songs. I'm more of a playlist type of person. But those are the albums that I listened to this past week. So that's all I got, man. So let's get ready to get up out of here.
I forgot that my boy OT dropped. So go check. OT the Real just dropped another project. So go check it out.
Oh, that's your boy. That's his boy. He loves.
That's the boy, man. I don't know what it is. Like,
got that.
I don't know.
I feel like
if I had one, like, nah, he's Philly, Kensington. That Philly Coke rap just does something to me, man. I don't know what it is.
Oh man, you can use that inspiration for your nickname next week, brother. Let's
How
go.
Though? He white too, though. I can't do the gimmick if he's white too. That's the whole point.
I thought you.
Don't worry, I got
Cam and them.
But let's get ready to get up out of here. Star, what you got? What you been working on? What you got going on besides the herbs?
I've been getting into my instruments, playing that lately. So I've been enjoying that. Just getting into a good creative space. Yeah, feeling inspired. Yeah, who knows when y'all will get to music. Soon though. But I just been trying to get back into a good creative space. So That was my priority.
Name that shit.
But yeah, go to redredness.com and get you some herbs though. Fund my music habit.
Shout out. Cloud, what you been working on, brother?
Man, just miscellaneous shit. But go and follow the YouTube. We almost at 400. Man, I'm trying to get to 500. Get your ass over there. Subscribe. Fuck, man.
You're a yeah hole for that. Good job. Milk the Shocker. AKA
Same shit.
Yeah, what you been working on, bro?
Men of order.com/CashIsCam. Go check out my workouts. I'm making headway with music right now, and I'm excited. So,
hey, just want to talk about. We gotta hit some drops, and make sure you go to menofworder.com, get yourself together, get your testosterone up.
Yeah, locked in leg day drop the other day. So go suffer. I do these too. I don't write bullshit programs and then not do them. I test them out in real time. So I'm sore just like the rest of y'all.
There you go.
Yeah,
Get yourself together. But outside of that, that's all I got, man. I've been working on this fucking project here up to fucking 1 a.m. sitting posted on fucking WordPress. So that's all I got, man. So on behalf of my panel here, glad to see y'all here. We got to check on Southside, make sure he's still alive. But outside of that, man, shout out to all the crew we got, everybody who couldn't make it. So on behalf of everybody here, I got to say peace.